What's up? Welcome to the channel. Gonna get some sick Dune Imperium gameplay in today. It's been a little bit. Did the Arc Nova stream last time, so time to show some Dune Imperium love. Uh, Long day, so won't be around for this one, but have a good stream all. We'll try to catch the next. Yeah, sounds good, Black Shadow. Thanks for stopping by. Been loving the tournament coverage. I've been watching, honestly, most of them. So it's been a fun ride. How's everybody doing today? Ivan, let's go. Yep. We're back. Oh, let me also, if you would like to join into the game, you can do that. I did mess around with some of the stream stuff, so it's coming in a little bit off, but let me see here. Put it up here, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, if you would like to join, you need to be in the Discord, and you just need to join the stream waiting room area. If we can't get enough, fine. I'll get people from TTS Club, but I do like to fill it with people from the community if they're interested in playing. So if you watch me and think, oh, yeah, he's trash, then feel free to join. Keep it pretty light. It's not too serious. But yeah. Work's been pretty crazy as usual. I technically have finished my tournament game, but I haven't finished updating it yet, so no spoilers, anybody. Would love to try, but work late, so we'll just watch in the background. Yeah, no problem. I can actually start setting some stuff up as well. I've been working on learning Gaia Project for the next World Series of Board Game video. Oh my god. It is insane, let me just say. The freaking depth of that game is rocking me right now. It's just, I don't know, there's just so much like asymmetry to it that it feels like you have to learn a different strategy for every little thing, but Gaia is a beast. Yeah, I cannot believe how big of a beast it is. It's kicking my ass right now. I've reached out to some people, see if they'd be interested in coaching / teaching me. Similar in style to the other videos as well. So we'll see if anyone comes through. But TBD, I might just have to do a lot of self-directed learning, which with a game as thick as Gaia Project, it might take a while, but we'll see. What was I looking at here? But yeah, if I can get through Gaia Project, I'd imagine that's like the thickest of the games I'm gonna have to learn. But we'll see. There's some other complicated ones on there as well. Guess I can jump over, test the main one. Okay, everything's working well. My when I originally went to go start stream, the camera kept freezing up on me, and I'm like, this is not good. So I kind of had to panic and figure out how to fix everything real quick. But luckily it's working now. If it freezes, please let me know in the chat, 'cause I'm not like staring at myself while I stream. I do like look over occasionally to make sure everything's working with the like sound and video and everything, but try not to do too often. When is the next tournament game, and will you be streaming it? The next tournament game has already happened. I have just been too busy with work to actually edit the thing, so that is going to be my next task, is editing that and getting it posted. So no spoilers. If you do know the result of the game, do not tell it to people, so it can still be a surprise in the chat. But yeah, nope, didn't stream it. It's kind of tough to stream the tournament games, just because there's like a thought of maybe people can see your cards. Also, people do tend to backseat a little bit when I'm playing games and give me advice and stuff. So that aspect makes it a little bit morally gray to stream during them, but maybe I will in the future. Who knows? If we can get a good handle on everything. Hey, finally, I'm able to catch one of your games. Oh, what's up, Pedro? Yeah, good to have you here. Let's see. Check on the status of this. I think I might just post in TTS Club, see what we can get going. It's been a while since I played Immortality, I feel. I think it's been since the last stream. With all the X tournament stuff, I've mostly been playing that. But let's see here. Okay. Post is up. So we'll see how quickly we can find a group. But I do love the vibe of the stream games. It's just so much more relaxing, you know? And it looks like they did some updates to the mod as well for anyone that's interested. And I didn't realize it until we were actually playing the tournament game. But when I got in, they automated all the shipping stuff, which is nice. I'll have to get used to hitting it. I'll probably keep trying to drag these. I wonder, actually, you might be able to just drag them anyway. I don't know. But more buttons never hurt anybody. This is such a well done mod that I'm not surprised that they're like continually updating it as they are. Do you think you'll be doing Wingspan anytime soon for the World Series of Board Gaming? I've been binging your Dune and Terraforming Mars content. Yeah, Wingspan is in the works. I've actually played Wingspan before. It's a game that my group of friends really enjoyed. So I played probably a good 10 or 12 games of it. So that one won't be as huge of a learning curve. So I'm putting it off a little bit. But I'm definitely not a pro or anything like that. Don't have the most up-to-date strategies. But let me see here how our looking for group is going. Oh, okay, we got 2. We just need 1 more, and then we'll be good to go. I do want to also, I don't know how I'm going to get all these freaking World Series of Board Gaming things done in time. I think I'm just going to have to really focus on the games I'm going to enter the tournaments for, and then kind of cram in strategy for the other games that might be played in the semifinals, because realistically, you just have to be really good at the game to make it to the semifinals. After that, everyone's going to be a little bit unfamiliar with the games, I'd imagine. So I want to, obviously I'll know the rules and everything for everything, but I don't think I'll be able to go in quite as much depth for all the games. What are there, 16 different games or something before the tournament? So we'll see how that goes. Can you please give a shout out to Fuko? Yeah, what's up? Shout out applied. He introduced me to this game. Thank you. Yeah, no problem. Hope everything's going well. This is a great game, I will say. It pretty much instantly got me hooked when I started playing it. Let's see here. We can jump back to the other screen while we wait. I'll just hide this for now because it looks like we're just filling mostly from the TTS Club. What's up, Cactus? How does Dune Immortality expansion work? Interesting you ask. I can explain that real quick while we wait for people. The main new things added. First of all, it changes one of the cards in the deck. I don't see it right now, but I can explain it. But this, pretty much everything. There's a bunch of new cards, obviously, but this is the thing that's added in with the board. They changed the research station space as well. But basically, there's going to be research icons on the card, and every time you get one, it'll advance you along this track. These golden beetles advance you along this track, which can get you victory points, as you see. But these specimen icons, which are these green cubes, are another new resource that was added. And they are used to buy special cards from this new row. If you see in the top right, this costs 3 cubes. So it's just a new resource to get cards. They really want to lean into the deck building aspect of things. So, and I think they did a good job. Oh, nice. It looks like our game is full as well. I think everything is set up appropriately. Hello.
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 I'm forming the game now. The name of it is going to be Orski, and the password is TTS Club. And I'll be hopping in and out of the voice chat.
Sounds good.
So let's see here. Oh, Cactus, good to see you in here. Can finally get a game in. Yep, after the main sessions, it's certainly some luck based on what game gets drawn and players' experience, because basically no one can be expert on all the titles. Yeah, that's what I figure. So as long as I have a good introductory concept of all the cards and how to win in general, that's what I'm looking for. But yeah, I'm definitely going to need to deep dive into the games I'm entering the tournament for. Hi, Orski. Do you plan to play a lot of Dune Imperium in person? Or do you play a lot of... actually, I've never played a game in person. I went to the... what is it, PAX Unplugged with some friends, and I almost got us to play it on the last day because it's a pretty popular one, and it was unfortunately booked the whole time. I guess I will be muting the stream. Oh, yeah. Probably for the best. I will be explaining like pretty much everything I'm doing every round, so makes sense. But yeah, so they kept running out of it. I did end up buying Dune Imperium at the convention, but we also haven't played in person since then, so it's been a few months, so not yet, but I have everything, so whenever we get together again, we'll definitely be playing it. Do you think that the token for nuking Imperial Row should also affect the cards acquired with Specimen? No, just because I feel like the specimen cards you kind of have to work for. You have to build up the specimens and everything, and it's a pretty like extended effort to get these. It would feel bad if you were saving up 4 specimens and then your card got like blown out of the row. That and there aren't as many cards. There's 19, so if everyone blows it up, you're effectively cutting out like half of the cards, almost. And also, I'd imagine most of the time blowing up the Imperium row would be your primary focus, and then blowing up this would just be a secondary cause that wouldn't be as intentional. So if you could choose to blow up either or, I think that would make more sense. But blowing them up both by default, I don't think makes as much sense. Yeah, let's fire this game up. Let's see here. Get all the cameras set up and everything. Here we go, and we'll see what the row ends up being as well. Cameras are excellent if you're trying to stream a TTS game, just saying. Lets you snap around everything pretty quickly. Okay, everybody ready? I'll start shuffling everybody up.
Sure.
Hidden picks. Cactus, what color are you?
I'm red today.
Red, okay. So Cactus is new-ish to the community, but they've been talking a lot in the Discord and generally just being a really good community member. So if you want to root for somebody from the Discord that isn't me, root for Red because they've been around a lot and they've watched a lot of games. Let's see here. We are first, and we'll be picking last, so we have no idea what everyone's going to be doing, which is fine, so we have some time to talk. Going first, always nice. I think second's always the best position to be going in, but can't complain about first by any means. Crazy because I played roughly 10 rounds in person, would like to play some on TTS, but I feel like it could destroy the games with group because they are rather casual. I think getting casuals into TTS Club isn't too bad. Almost none of my friends were into board games except for one of them, and I taught them how to do it. So it actually, once you get past the interface a little bit, it's great because then your board game sessions can be like pretty much any game for free, which is why I love TTS Club so much, and why pretty much most of our games now are on TTS Club as well, even though we own a lot of the games. It's just hard to meet up in person sometimes. But obviously, if you can meet up in person, it's better to do that way just from a social perspective. Okay, we got an interesting row here. Actually, we never even looked at this row. We have Show of Strength. Some people really love this card. I think it's kind of neutral, mid-ish, but I don't know. We haven't really played around with it much. Gurney Halleck is insane. Very good card, as is Negotiate Withdrawal. Desert Ambush got a lot better in Immortality just because you can graft it and force people to retreat. So this can win combat single-handedly if you have the right graft cards. Worm Riders has always been good, probably a little bit less. It's gotten a little power creep from the new expansions. We also have Restricted Ordnance. Very good if you can get the High Council seat. Mnemonic Film, excellent for the price, and then Shuttle Fleet as well. So good techs, a nice range of prices, and a good row. And let's look at this row as well. Contaminator is actually very, very good, and we might try to get this early if we can. Getting the Beatles and Fremenaxis is nice. And then Pyro Genius Advisor is also excellent, just being able to draw so many cards just for losing a troop, which isn't that bad of a price. So based on that, who do we want to play with? I feel like I haven't played a game with Viscount in a while, so I could be tempted to do that. Earl Memnon's also pretty fun. I do love Princess Una, though. Do we go for the meme, Earl Memnon, this game? I think we do. We haven't played in a while. It's pretty straightforward. You just get a little spice. And it's not bad to go for Earl Memnon as well because there is a Mnemonic Film in the row, so his Signet Ring will give a spice. So if I draw the Signet Ring, I can go Tech Negotiation round 1 and get Mnemonic Film, which is pretty big in this more like deck building style of stuff. So we shall see. Oh, okay. Let's see who else we got in the game. We have Alicia Kaz. So I'm going to have to remember to wait before every round because they do have to put their card down every time. Let's see our opening hand. Not bad. This is not bad at all. I'll take this. Very combat-oriented hand. First combat is skirmish as well. So very relevant combat to win for the bump. What else do we have? So we can reveal this for a specimen to get Contaminator, which would be nice. Alicia Kaz put down their card. They have to put down a card at the beginning of every round. Their second turn, they pick it up. They reveal it to everybody, and they pick it up. And then if they use that to play the action, they either get a Spice if it has one icon, like this dagger, or they get one Solari if it has multiple icons. Beast, a very good combat leader. And then Helena, really great for picking up cards. I'd imagine they'll be going for Gurney Halleck. With all that said, do I just ditch out on Fold Space this game? Go Seek Ally. Go Hardy. Skirmish combat, and I have a lot of daggers. Actually, I think I'll go for the Spice instead. I think I'll go for a more Spice-oriented strategy this time around. Yeah, so we'll start out with a Still Suits play. Fold Space usually is the meta pick to deny someone from getting interstellar shipping access, but there are a lot more ways to... Oh, sorry, I meant to put these in. So we'll put in 2 troops just because we're fine with getting the second place reward here. And we have 2 daggers, so we're incentivized to put some troops in here. We have a Signet Ring from Lisa. Interesting. So they're just going to go to smuggling. So they are not interested in going Fold Space round 1. And the thing is, they may have been, but if they put it down as their first card, makes it a little bit harder.
Just came to say hi.
What's up? We have a Seek Allies here from
Who's
the Beast.
Who's the 4th person? I don't see him.
In the game, I'm not sure.
Oh, okay. Good luck.
Yeah, thank you very much.
When
so where did
when are
Beast
you
go?
doing
They
this
went to
again? I
Fold Space?
wanted to kind of set something up with you and Greg.
Let's see here. So there was the...
Been dying to play against you.
So the Beast went to Fold Space, makes a lot of sense. Usually the Beast doesn't want to be going a lot of interstellar shipping, but if it's open when it comes all the way around to you, it's kind of hard to deny it, you know? And I'd imagine Lisa will be going there next round anyway. We have a dagger on over to Tech Negotiation for Helena. And they'll put down the Negotiator. Looks like they're eyeing a Mnemic film. So we'll see if they're able to get it. We have Reconnaissance here, and we have Experimentation. We have 2 water. I think this is going to be a reconnaissance play. Do we put in 2 troops to win the combat? That is the question here. I'm pretty tempted to. Because if somebody else goes to Hardy Warriors, they get 4 troops in and they would win. I think we go to reconnaissance first. We don't want to draw because we don't want to draw our diplomacy or Signet Ring. And the extra persuasion doesn't do anything for us, really. We want to reveal the I do want to get the specimen, actually. Maybe I go for the Spice here, actually. If I get 1 Spice, it gives me 1. It also gives me, I should probably try and be getting these research icons out, huh? It gives me the specimen I need for Contaminator as well. It's tough because the intrigue cards are always so nice with reconnaissance. Yeah, I think it's worthwhile. We'll go for experimentation here. We'll get the research icon. We'll get the 1 Spice. We're not going to put the troop in because we can only get a max of 3 in plus the 2 daggers. So we'd only tie somebody else if they went Hardy Warriors. So we'd lose to 1 dagger, which is obviously not ideal. So we'll try this out. We'll see how it goes. We're going experimentation here, so we're not putting the troop in, but we will take 1 bump on this research track. What color are we again? Yellow. Move 1 on the yellow. Since we moved to this spot, we get 1 specimen cube, and that is the turn. I hear that even watching some of the tourney games, I'm worried that I'm going to demolish my buds in the small groups. LOL. Yeah, it can be tough to like balance how good you are at the game with what other people want to be doing. And you never like people have fun when they're actually winning and competitive at a game. So if you're crushing all of your friends because you've been grinding online games, it does become a little harder. But I tend to just tone myself down a little bit to get other people involved. Usually ends up working. We have a reconnaissance here from blue. I'd imagine this is the card they put down at the start of the game, and they ended up getting a Spice for playing it. They went to Carthag, and they put in 3. So we'll see. If they have a dagger, they beat us. The thing is, it would be nice to win, But the threat of hardy warriors is still looming, and it's just not worth committing the extra 3 troops for 2 spice. It's just not worth it to me. So we'll see if we can get it with what we've got here. Here's the diplomacy. Does the beast go to hardy warriors? I think... Oh, interesting. Okay, a well play. I actually think a hardy warriors play would have been excellent for the beast if they have any kind of daggers, or even if they don't have daggers, honestly, because you can get 4 troops in. If you win the combat, you get the bump, which you can take with the guild to get interstellar shipping access. But wealth is never bad either. We have an Arakeen play. They'll just get in 1 troop, which will end up getting them 1 spice. 2 troops, interesting. Okay. Oh, 3 troops. Okay, a little competition here. Maybe they drew... well, we know they don't have one of their daggers. If they have 0 daggers, they're going to tie us. So we're actually going to end up just getting 2 troops here. A little surprised no one ended up going hardy warriors. Usually a very popular spot in the opening rounds. So it is very interesting. We will reveal here. We have 2 daggers. So we will move up to 6 combat power, tying the other 2. We'll see how many daggers they have, though. 1 persuasion. Nothing in the row that we can buy, so no point in looking. Let's see what blue reveals here. 4 persuasion and a dagger, so that will put them 1 ahead. And 4 persuasion here. I'm sure they were hoping for negotiated withdrawal, which stinks a little bit, but I'd probably go Bene Gesserit Initiate here. Show of strength if you feel confident in your combat power. 2 daggers is also pretty nice, but it's just so... it's hard to get this off sometimes, I'd imagine. But some people really love it. Okay, they just grabbed 2 liaisons. So going for the a hard... Well, I guess only 1. Yep, 2. Okay. So they're going for the hard persuasion here. I think that's reasonable. 4 persuasion and a specimen for yellow. Ah, red. I'm so dumb. I forgot to get the contaminator. It's the whole reason I got the specimen. Oh, whatever. Not a big deal. But yeah, important to keep that in mind. That's the problem. I've been playing so many X games, I completely forget about this board all the time. Like I did just now, because I'm not used to this thing being in the row, so we'll see. Matthew, agree. It's hard since I enjoy watching the videos and the explanations of Black Shadow at all. Yeah. Cheeseable, Suborski, I forgot to buy all the time as well. Yep. I know, I'm too ingrained in the X mindset, but Contaminator does go, which is unfortunate, because I think this is a very good card. Very cheap as well. Getting those extra beetles to climb this track can often net you 2 victory points throughout the game. And obviously going to the Fremen is always good. So we'll see if it hurts us in the long run. Maybe a little bit, but nothing we can't overcome. We're going to have a lot of persuasion next round, which is going to be awesome. If Helena doesn't beat us to tech negotiation. And here's the thing. If Helena has a dagger, that is all of their green access. So they actually won't be able to go to tech negotiation to get Mnemic Film in the first place. Can you rewind to fix the... Oh. Red can't click on the buttons. Sorry about that.
No problem.
Is it working now?
Let's see. I need to re-get this contaminator.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Yeah, see it's working now.
Oh, we need the turns again?
I can just turn that on manually.
Okay, perfect.
A reveal of 3 and a dagger for green. So we are going to beat them to Mnemic Film next round. They do grab negotiated withdrawal because they had tech negotiation. So they get 1 more troop, which they already take, I believe. And the dagger will move them up to tie. So we're going to get 3rd place rewards with 6 power. A little surprising. I think the script might be a little messed up.
Yeah, it might be. See, do my reveal. Just didn't count our reveal turn for some reason.
Okay, so we all just have to reveal and then pass turn.
Reset.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Reveal and pass. There we go.
There we go.
Okay. Combat starting
I'll
with
pass.
blue.
I'll pass.
That's it. So we end up taking down 3rd place. So we get 1 spice, which is fine. Whatever. I'm actually pretty surprised by this turnout, but No one gets the free bump. Let me turn this off real quick. We'll draw our 5. Look at the persuasion on this hand. Oh my goodness. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 persuasion right off the gate. And we're going to grab Mnemonic Film as well. So we're going to probably be able to get Gurney Halleck or Worm Riders this round. Very, very powerful cards. Ideally, it'd be Gurney Halleck, but we'll see what we can get. We have a very quick Diplomacy for blue, and they're going to deny the Beast interstellar shipping access by going to Fold Space. The Beast is going to play a Signet Ring on over to Smuggling.
Oh, there's
so
new buttons for the shipping. Okay. I need a troop.
Oh, yep. The Beast gets 1 troop with their Signet Ring ability. Once they get an alliance, they get 2, though, so that really ramps up pretty quick. How hard is Immortality to learn? I have a session with friends tomorrow night, but only played base in Rise of X. It's not difficult at all. If you watched the tutorial video, it's pretty self-explanatory. I think it's like Let's Play board games or something, but yeah, it's not too bad. Take a look at grafted card rules and specimens, and you'll be pretty much set. The rest is self-explanatory, I think. Yep, completely agree. The grafted can get a little confusing. Always important to keep in mind that you have to play a graft card with another card. You cannot play them by themselves, so worth keeping in mind. Watch it played. Yep, that's the one. That's the one I watched too. I think that was the first video that came out. I think they must have done like a partnership to get early access or something, because they had all the rules explanations before they were officially released. So green did redraw here. There's the Diplomacy. Going Selective Breeding. Okay, so they are clearly eyeing up a card. They will get rid of Dagger and draw 2. So that is a very telling sign that they're going for a Gurney Halleck or Worm Riders here. We are going to start out with our Signet Ring and grab Mnemonic Foam, because I think it's just a good play overall. And then we can go Diplomacy somewhere at the end. The combat, by the way, is raid stockpiles. Not a very important one, so we're not going to be fighting too hard for this. So I think this will just be a Signet Ring play to Tech Negotiation starting out. Deck building is... I really enjoy it, especially now that it's encouraged more in Immortality because the games go a little bit longer. Forgot to take the 4-player tokens away.
Yeah.
Because the game, you do require 1 extra point now to finish. So we played our Signet Ring. We went to Tech Negotiation. Our Signet Ring gives us 1 spice. And since we're going to Tech Negotiation, we can buy Mnemonic Film at a 1 discount. So we go down to 3. And the next tech is Artillery. Okay, another really good one. I think that's it. Watch it played. Yes, they're even in the rulebook, if I recall correctly. Also, keep in mind that you can play 2 grafted cards together. Oh, yep. Very good point. Here's a Seek Allies from blue. So they actually didn't have full space access last round. Fair enough. Hardy Warriors here from blue. They're going to eye up this spice here. I think we know that they don't have... They had 1 dagger, so they have 1 dagger in hand. Always important to keep in track of those early daggers for the first round or 2. Well, actually, I guess it's just the second round. Green reshuffled, so they might have a dagger now. I can't remember what the Beast had, but I could search their deck, but I'm not going in on the combat anyway, so it doesn't matter. Experimentation here from the Beast. And they head on over, collected a little bit of spice for themselves. Just 1, unfortunately, but better than nothing. And they will advance on the research track, gaining 1 specimen for themselves. My Immortality games end at round 7. Yeah, I think it's been optimized to the point where the games aren't actually going that much longer. Especially if you can get some of the more broken strategies in this, but... So green actually showed their dagger there, which is interesting. Are they going to early reveal here? No, they're not. They're going to play the dagger. I don't know. They can't... Oh, I forgot. So Helena can go anywhere. I always forget this. And they also go to Tech Negotiation. And are they just going to... Okay, they grab Artillery here. Interesting. So they are going for a combat-heavy strategy. Chomurky is the next one up on the row. Usually a better later game buy, just because you don't... Like, the intrigues are good, but spending 4 spice early in the game is pretty cost inefficient a lot of the times. We have 6 persuasion. We have 7, 8 persuasion right now. I think it is worth playing this Diplomacy. Where do we go, though? That is a good question. Could grab more water. Just really monopolize the Great Flat. Nobody else has 2 water right now, so we can keep getting greedy over here. Because, actually, we're the last ones to act here. We could throw in 1 troop for 1 spice if we go there. Other options, we could go to secrets. Could go to wealth. I actually don't hate going to wealth here. We can start working on that track, and we can get some much needed Solari. So I think that's reasonable. Do we really need to get in the troop too? Probably not. Yeah, we'll do it. We'll go to wealth. It's not a sexy play, but it's worthwhile. Could have also considered early revealing, but I don't feel the need to. Green is the only one that would have a very high persuasion hand here. And they honestly, they probably do have the Gurney Halleck. But I'm fine with backup into Worm Riders here. Oh, and Firm Grip comes off the row. And an instant burn of the row. Oh, okay. Atomics exploded it. So we have an entire new row here. They did not want anyone to get that Firm Grip. I think that's a very reasonable Atomics play. We have a convincing argument for red, so they have 2 persuasion here. Could consider going Sardaukar Quartermaster. Has a nice reveal. Gets you a card if you can graft it. I don't think blue has any or red has any grafted cards yet, though. So a little bit weaker for them right now, but we'll see what they end up going for here. Ooh, Boundless comes off. That is a very good card for us, because our Signet Ring ability is pretty strong, getting 1 spice every time. We'll see what green ends up going for, though. They have a reveal of 2, 4, 6, 7 persuasion. And they get 2 specimens. 7 persuasion here. What are you going for? Satellite Band is very tempting. It gets your spice economy going very strong. Boundless Ambition is good. Not as good for Helena, just because reserving cards is fine, but it's not as impactful of a Signet Ring ability as some of the other leaders. But we'll see. It's tempting. If it comes around to us, if we have to decide... Oh, another blow up. Okay. Oh, Imperium Ceremony comes off. That is a good card. So I think they had, they had 7 persuasion. So they grab 2 very powerful cards there. We actually have to blow this up now because we're going to waste our entire reveal. So we have a reveal of 1 specimen. So we go up to 2. We have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with Mimic Film, 7 because we went up here. We are almost certainly blowing up this row. Let's pray for something good. Still Shoot Manufacturer. I don't hate this card. I actually think this is... We're going Fremen pretty early here as well. I'm pretty tempted by Bounty Hunter. I think I take Bounty Hunter first, see what I get. And then, if it's not better than Still Suit Manufacturer, I'll take that. Benny, Tlaylax Researcher. It's okay. I actually do think it's pretty good, but Still Suit Manufacturer, I want to get some plays in. So we'll go for that. And just to explain this card a little bit, you get a water when you play it, and if you have the alliance with a Fremen, you can pick it up and put it back in your hand. And you can play this card multiple times.
So, if you're gonna...
Yeah, so I just take 3 space rewards.
Okay. So it looks like blue wins this combat.
2 spice.
You get an intrigue and 3 spice. Red gets 2nd place, so they get 2 spice. Not bad for 2 troops. And we're on to the next round. Let's see what we end up getting here. Pretty healthy resource-wise. We get the Still Suit Manufacturer right away. As for where we want to go here, we actually don't have access to the Great Flat, which is a little awkward. Almost all the atomics are gone from everybody now. 3 uses there. I think green ended up getting the best card out of Imperium Ceremony. Haha, 3 nukes that early. I know. And we were kind of forced to because the row was so garbage after all the nukes. A little unfortunate. Red or blue has a very healthy amount of spice now. 6 spice? That's Highliner territory. So this is a victory point combat. We have Still Suit Manufacturer, so I'm pretty tempted to go Hardy Warriors if it comes around to us. We have a Bennett Jesser Initiate for the Beast. They just used the ring, but they did reshuffle, so they could have it again. They go Carthag. And they put in all 3. Okay. Man, I wish we had some spice access here. I would love to collect the spice now. We could go select the breeding as well. There's always an option. We're incentivized to get the alliance now so we can have some fun with our Still Suit Manufacturer. We're also incentivized to get some Fremen so we can get some spice out of this as well. But we'll see what green decides to do here. If I'm blue, I'd prefer the tech over interstellar shipping. Yep, shuttle fleet would be nice. Okay. Pretty quick Hardy Warriors play by green. They're going to go in for this combat. So pulling ahead of red here. We'll see who ends up winning that. We're obviously not going to go as heavy into it now. I'm pretty tempted to go research station here, actually. Draw some cards. We end up coming out with the 1 water. Back. Ah, it's awkward. Not having access to interstellar shipping or to triangle access is really hurting us here. Maybe I go selective breeding, actually. Spend some spice. Yeah, I think we go for that. Really just try to reach for a for our great flat. Ooh. Yeah, we'll go for that. Because everyone's going to have water after this combat, so we don't want to lose out on all that spice. And it doesn't hurt thinning out your deck a little bit early. So we'll go for that. We will trash the dagger out of our deck. And draw 2. Okay, good. We did get the experimentation. That's totally fine. Fortunately, we're not going to get the Stillsuit Manufacturer off with this play, but I don't think it's a huge deal. I'd rather have the spice. We have a dagger play from blue. They head on over to Shuttle Fleet. So very good purchase. And they'll take the bump with the Fremen and with the guild. So they have interstellar shipping access now. First to get it. And red is the only one else that's like close to challenging them with getting 2 persuasion with the guild to go interstellar shipping. And they go after blue. And red's going right now. So blue's going to have a lot of unfettered access to interstellar shipping. Orski, you going to upload the 3-player wildcard game from the tourney? Because I saw you went through. Good job. So no spoilers on what happened. So I'm not going to confirm nor deny. But yeah, I'm going to upload it. I've just been really busy with work. And I always have to edit those a little bit because they're actual videos that go up. Full space here from the Beast. Using it to go air key and to draw.
Oh, I pressed the wrong button.
Yeah, no problem. If you want to just, how many cards should you have? Probably 3
I
extra?
clicked draw 5 instead of draw 1. So
Oh,
I
yeah.
have 4
Yeah,
Illuminate.
Yeah, each should have 6 in hand. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so if you just put them back from this side, you're good.
Okay. Yes.
And we do, you do have to give that a little bit of a
Okay,
shuffle.
I have the cards. And this guy's going in.
And the extra troop goes in, so red is battling for this one. Green cannot get any more troops in, and they don't have any intrigues, so it will be interesting to see what they do here. Yeah, if green wasn't the one getting first or second here, then I would be tempted to get a little bit greedier with the spice, but they're going to be getting 2 water, and they're going before us, so we will almost certainly lose out. So we just... Unfortunately, we had to make a play to get the spice, and I think it's fine. A little unlucky we didn't draw into one of our triangle spaces, but it happens. Signet Ring here from Helena. This will require them to reserve a card from the row, which I don't think they're too upset about. I mean, this actually isn't the best row. But they do go to Carthag, remembering that Helena is not blocked on the blue city spaces, so actually they can get 1 more troop in. I was wrong. I once again forgot that Helena is not blocked on green or blue. That is twice this game in the first 2 rounds that I have forgotten about that. They reserved Planned Coupling, a Bene Gesserit Graph card that draws 1 card. And we'll see where they go from there. I'll reveal the next card once they actually finish their turn. They do put the troop in though. So the combat is getting fierce here. And they have an intrigue card as well. Oh, Worm Riders comes up. That is excellent for us. We are going heavy Fremen strat, and we will be able to afford that with our Mnemonic Film. How much persuasion do we have right now? 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 persuasion. So we can play something, not really worry about it. We are going to play our experimentation and just grab all this spice. It needs to be done. So that's 5 spice for us. We played a research icon, so we will move up 1 more on the track. What are we again? I keep forgetting we are yellow. And we will grab a beetle to start out. These are like the Benny Tlaylax icons or something like that. Do we put a troop in here for a water?
Pong.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, you can move that right one back.
Oh, did I move the wrong one?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
my
all
bad.
good. You got it sorted out.
Okay. I double checked that my color was yellow and I still moved red for some reason. We have a signet ring play here from blue. They go interstellar shipping. Very expected. They go up and down, so they will get to collect all of the juicy resources here. I think that is fine. Interesting choice. 5 spice for 2 water instead of 4 for 1. That is a very good point. Yep. I guess I could have considered going for the 4 spice there. I actually didn't really think about it, to be honest, which I should. I think it probably is better to just go Haga base. And I usually do give up that spice most of the time anyway. I think I got a little paranoid about the fact that Helena would be getting 2 water. So I kind of forced my hand a little bit. But yeah, I think it's totally reasonable to go for the Haga base and spice as well. Especially because I'm getting a water back. But pretty big reveal here. And they grabbed the Worm Riders that we were kind of hoping to get. So a little unfortunate. Oh, negotiated withdrawal. I don't know if I withdraw these. Well, I guess they have 2 daggers. So if they don't have a combat entry card, they're just tying. So they do get the bump from this. And I'd imagine it would be with the guild. So they can get interstellar shipping access this round. Or did they already take it? They did not. No, they did. They increased it with the guild. That's fine. And they will pick up planned coupling for 2 persuasion because their signet ring does discount them. They'll grab a Missionaria Protectiva. Okay. Going for a Bene Gesserit strategy here. So we know they have 2 of their experimentation cards left in their deck. So they are going to have access to Haga Basin next round. So they're going to get 5 spice for 1 water, which is very good value. So probably a bit of a mistake there on our part, honestly. It is our reveal. We do not have a Fremen card to bond with our Stillsuit manufacturer, so we don't get that 2 spice, but we do have 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 persuasion. This is tough. I think I go Embedded Agent Arrakis Liaison here. Although I don't have any Bene Gesserit cards. So I feel like Embedded Agent's kind of trash, actually. Benny Tlaylax's Researcher is a very interesting card to me, and maybe I will pick that up. I've already taken 2 bumps with the research track, and I do want to kind of get moving on that. So we'll take this, see what we get. We could consider Spiritual Fervor as well, but we want to get Fremen cards. Let's see what we get with the Researcher. Assassination Mission comes up. We're not very interested in that. We have 3 Precision left. I think I'll grab an Arrakis Liaison. And we'll probably try to start calling our deck. We'll see how that goes, though. A reveal of 4 and a Specimen for blue. And they will grab the Piter Genius Advisor, revealing from the tanks. Kind of a not good card, honestly. Usurper is nice. It's getting late in the game, though. They will also grab Spiritual Fervor to give themselves 1 bump on the research track, which they've already taken to get another Specimen. Okay.
I'm going to pass.
Cool. So we get 1 water. Refund. Damn. Worm Riders would have been great synergy with our Stillsuit manufacturer. We're probably going to end up going Conspire here so we can afford our High Council C, which does give us a nice little bump with our Memnon. 5 spice on the Haga Basin. There's no way Helena doesn't take this here. Here's all of our triangle access cards. They're all just hiding at the bottom of the deck. This is a victory point combat as well. Siege of Arakeen. Yep, there's the experimentation. Grabbing this every single time. Excellent, excellent value. Usurp is nice. I was very disappointed in Twisted Manta in my game yesterday. Card not as amazing as it seems. Yeah, it's kind of just a weaker Quizette. So it's like, it's nice, but I don't think it's as strong as I originally thought it would be. Let's see here. So we have these experimentation cards. There's 2 spice hitting. We could also consider going to smuggling as well as another way to get some spice. Unfortunately, we didn't draw into, or some Solari rather. We didn't draw into our Conspire, so we won't be able to get any Conspiring going this round. We can't really go in on this combat either. We have 5 spies. We could consider grabbing a tech here. We have restricted ordnance, Chamarchy, and invasion ships. Invasion ships is nice. Usually you get that for going with the what's it called? High Council C. And we are incentivized to go High Council C, so we could consider grabbing that. I think we will start out with an experimentation. Well, we have 2 actions here, so we have to choose. Are we experimenting here or are we signal ringing? And I actually think we're going to... I think the research icon's a little bit better for us, considering we have the Tleilaxu researcher. Experimentation to smuggling is an interesting thought. And then maybe we end up bounty hunting for the second action. I think that's fine. Or do we want the spice? I think we're fine for spice right now. We can't get any troops in, unfortunately, which would be nice for the extra Solari here. I mean, bounty hunter, we can get the extra troops. Do we just grab restricted ordnance here and say, screw it, we're going combat? I'm pretty tempted. We have 4 persuasion right now. If we dagger up to tech negotiation, that's 5 persuasion. Then we could draw with a bounty hunter. I don't hate that play. And it would get us a troop in as well. And then if we get second, at least, we can... Yeah, I don't hate this. I'm trying to figure out if we can get treachery this round is the thing. This would put us up to 6. So then if we draw with Signet Ring, we'd have to get pretty unlucky not to get it. Unfortunately, we will miss out on one of these actions. But I think that's fine. Getting the 2 specimens isn't bad because we can get Usurp. So I think we will grab Restricted Ordnance here. We're going to go combat. Screw it. It's a little of a balanced strategy because we have an Mimic, but this will cost us 3. Spice. We'll flip over the next one. It is Disposal Facility. This is an interesting road we're going down. We'll see how it works out. If we can get 3rd in this combat, we'll get 5 Solari we need to get our Restricted Ordnance online, which will be very nice for us. To be honest, I am down on all graph cards that don't let you negate the card disadvantage in some way. The effect they give often not worth a card. Yeah, the downside of the graph cards is you have to spend 2 cards to get them down. I do think they're very powerful, depending on what card you're grafting it to. And I think that's like the fun they went for with the grafting mechanic. But I definitely see what you're saying. We have a reconnaissance here from red. So we're hoping they actually go to Arakeen here to draw, but they do not. So they're going to go to Carthag. They're going to get another intrigue card. And they'll put in 1 troop for the 1 Solari. Here's the thing. We can also just Signet Ring to get the spice if we can't get the value out of Bounty Hunter. I think that's fine. We have a Diplomacy here from green. They're going to get their own interstellar shipping access going. We're still at 0 points, by the way. So, Signet Ring to Arakeen. If we hit at least 1 persuasion, that puts us up to 6 persuasion we need to get treachery, which would be very good for us. The only question is, yeah, I think it's worth it. And I think it's worth going there with the Signet Ring so we can reveal the dagger. Because we are going to put a troop in as well. Yeah, I think we need to go for the 6 persuasion play. I think it's just worthwhile. We'll go to Arakeen. We'll draw the card. And we'll get the 1 spice. Okay. Still see manufacturer. Unfortunately, no Fremen card still. Although we only have 1 in, to be fair. But it is the persuasion we need. So we will put in 1 troop. And that is it. So 6 total persuasion now. Hopefully no one grabs treachery before we can get to it. But you never know. Elisa Kaz reveals Arrakis Liaison. So if they use that to play somewhere, they will get 1 Solari. And they go to Siege. Okay. They get a water. And do they put in a troop is what they are considering now. They could put 3 in and possibly win the combat. So I think you do most of the time here. You definitely do. Yep. And they throw them in. Okay. War has been declared. Reconsidering. Interesting. I think this says something about the quality of their entry cards if they're not willing to put in there. Because if you have at least 1 combat entry card, you are not afraid of this. I mean, sure, red has 1 action left, and they are using their Signet Ring here, but all the city spots are taken. I guess they could go Hardy Warriors and come over the top of you, which is a valid concern, but if you have at least 1 entry card, I think you just throw down there. So a little surprised they didn't. And we'll keep that in the back of our mind, that they might not have any combat entry cards. We have a reveal of 5 and a dagger for green. So they go up to 6. Why do they go up to 6? Oh, yeah, they have artillery. So 2 daggers. And they'll grab the embedded agent. So the Bene Gesserit synergy coming out of green here is looking very strong. Lisa Nanagaib comes up, which we actually have no Bene Gesserit card, so it's not going to be very relevant to us. We have a reveal of 1 dagger. So that'll put us up to 3. We get 2 specimens. So I'll just take those now. I think we grab the usurp here. We're just going to go crazy with the deck building, I guess. I don't know. We could also just do the smart thing and grab a beetle. Let's grab the treachery first, see what comes off. Imperial Spy, whatever. I actually think our deck's getting a little bit thick here. So we have 6, 11, 12 cards right now. This does trash itself. Oh, I do really like usurp. The row's kind of dead, though. That's the problem with usurp. It gets worse as the game goes on. I actually don't think it's worth it. As much as I want to play with this card, I actually think I just spend it for the beetle. It'll give me an intrigue card now, and it sets me up for more victory points in the future. I think as boring as it is, I think I'm going for this instead. Can't always have fun. This is very relevant for us. Secret Forces. We are going to have high council seats, so this may end up enabling us to win a combat here. We have a refocus for blue. They are the only ones with their sword master, so they have 1 extra action on top of everybody else. And we'll see where they elect to go. They play an Arrakis Liaison. And they head up to Dreadnought. Okay, so the combat strategy is coming alive. This may be showing that they have the intrigue card. I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head that you need the Dreadnoughts to get victory points for. So we shall see. Red reveals Sardaukar Quartermaster. So that's an extra 2 daggers tying green up. So we'll see what combat intrigue cards they have because they will be played on a victory point combat, I'd imagine. They also have 3 intrigue and a specimen, which I'd imagine they already took. With 3 persuasion, I'd be pretty tempted by the Imperial Spy here as the beast. It would give them the victory point they need with the Emperor track because they're 1 away. And it trashes themselves, so it's not like they're cluttering up their deck at all. Greg. Hey, Orski. What's up, Greg? How's it going? And here's an assassination mission for Red. And the Imperial Spy. Ooh, Long Reach comes out. This is a great card to have with Usurp in the row. But I'd imagine this will be bought up at some point. Reveal of 5. Persuasion. They're going to grab G Manipulation. Stilgar comes off. A lot of power cards coming off here. We would love to get Stilgar. That fits into our strategy very well. I was really hoping to join the stream from the beginning, but work got in the way. Yep, totally understand that. My work is getting in the way of gaming all the time, so do not worry about it at all. If you are ever free to join, though, please feel free. Private Army comes out from the Beast here, so they are going to win this one almost assuredly. I think, actually, yeah, unless they have... No, I don't think there's any card they could have. Because the Alliance, the Faction 1, I don't think gives enough to actually win the combat. So Red brings home their 2nd combat victory point of the game. Doing a good job on that end. We get 2 Solar, which will enable us to grab our High Council seat, which is very relevant with connections. And it will also enable our Restricted Ordinance. So a lot of good things happening here. What do you think optimal number of cards to have is? So that's actually a pretty tough question. I think if you have really good cards, you want to keep your deck count, your card count as low as possible, even dropping below 10 sometimes. If you don't have any specific, like, 1 powerful card, and you don't mind diluting out your deck, then I start to buy more. If I don't have any, like, good single cards. It's all about the concentration of good cards in your deck. Okay. We're going first. What do we want to do here? We have 1 water. Our hand is not that good, to be honest. We have Beneath Lilacs Researcher, which we could play up to Research Station. We'd probably want to play that in Diplomacy this round. This is Guild Bank Raid for a bunch of Solari. So we could be tempted to go for that. I don't think it's worth it, though. I actually think we just grab
I want to win
water.
this fight too, because I need the money. But the Dreadnought.
I think they might accidentally be talking out loud. Their thought process, but I'll just give them a quick mute. So I think, yeah, a lot of people have 5 Solar here. I'm actually going to rush and try and lock that down first. So we're going to play our Beneath Lilacs Researcher. Grafted to our Convincing Argument because you cannot play grafting cards by themselves. I've actually made that mistake with this exact card in the past. And I will grab my High Council seat. So that gives me a research icon, which I will do first. Hover on up here. I am yellow, so I will move down here. Get one more. Going to be first to get this victory point, hopefully. And I get one specimen. And almost enabled the 2 persuasion on this card. Also, since I grabbed my High Council seat, my special ability as the Earl Memnon is to gain a persuasion somewhere. And I'm pretty... Where do I want to go here? Guild is tempting. Fremen's also tempting because I kind of want the alliance with the Fremen. Yeah, I think I'd go Fremen here and try to push for this alliance. Pushing for alliances early is very important. So we're going to go for it. See how it goes. Our restricted ordinance is online now. We have an experimentation here from Blue. They are going to go to interstellar shipping every single time. A little bit tough. They've been able to go there so freely, and they do move up on the research track as well, giving them their first Benny Tlaylax icon. Oh, illicit dealings comes out, so they get another card. So another entry card, rather. Basically just trading these out. So we're very incentivized to get another Benny Tlaylax icon. I think I'll just call him Beatles. It's easier. Oh my god, you're playing Memnon. Nice. Oh yeah. The meme is on this game. Figured I've been doing too much tournament stress. It's time to relax a little bit. Yes, one of these days I'll try and join the game. Yeah. Yeah. Stream is always open. I try to give it a good like 5 to 10 minutes at the beginning of most games in order to see if like people are available. So we'll see how that goes. We have a Bene Gesserit initiate here, and they go on over to smuggling. I'd imagine this would be a collect, trying to get their Swordmaster, Solari. I think if available, we'll probably go diplomacy to Hardy Warriors to get more Solari. The thing is, are we getting our Swordmaster this game is what we have to ask ourselves. Poison Snooper here from green. They are going to draw a card, and they can decide if they want to draw it or trash it. Usually people end up drawing it, but this is early in the game, so if it's a card they don't like, I could definitely see a trash here, but looks like they will accept the card into their hand. We have 7-8 persuasion here. Soon we're going to want to just start buying, what's it called as well? Spiceman's Flows. So a little bit short this round, but not a huge concern. Having an extra 3 persuasion every single round is insane for that. And we have a lot of combat potential as well, so we're going to go for this Fremen Alliance so we can start doing some things with our still suit manufacturer, have a little bit of fun there. So I think this will end up being a Hardy Warriors play. Just to get a little bit of extra Solari in our pocket. And that will leave us with, what, 7 persuasion afterwards to get a nice card from the row. Conspire play from green, so they get a bunch of Solari for themselves. They also get to draw a card with Fold Space, which always goes back to the community pile. So the time has come. We have our diplomacy. It's also worth mentioning that a selective breeding to draw into a potential, what's it called? Spiceman Slow could be warranted here. But I think I'm more concerned about getting a troop in. I could play Arrakis Liaison to Carthag, get the troop in that way. I could also just use my secret forces now to get 2 troops in and hope that with restricted ordnance is enough to just get me there. But why do I care about winning this combat? I'm asking myself. Everyone has an action left, and chances are they're going to put something in here. I think I actually just hold off. I don't care. I'm not getting my Swordmaster this game, I don't think. So if I'm not getting my Swordmaster, I should diplomacy, get a water, work on my alliance with the Fremen, and enable me to do another big collect on the Great Flat. So we'll go for that. So we're up to 2 water. We have our alliance cooking. See how it goes. And we have a bunch of persuasion left to potentially grab a Stilgar here. Diplomacy here from blue. They go to Fold Space, so that is the alliance for them. And they go up to 5 Solari, so they can afford a High Council seat whenever they want now. Oh, man. This is a good game. I'm excited. It looks like we're very far behind, but it's really not that bad when you consider that we're working on it. Well, we're not that. Even if you do think we're far behind, we're only 2 points behind. And we haven't grabbed our friendships yet. Worm Riders here from red. Unfortunately, I don't think there's 1 Worm Riders left in the deck because one of them got blown out. So unlikely we see it. Would have been a great card for us, though. And they're going to head on over to Arakeen. Okay. They want to draw. They have a lot of swords in their deck, which is important to keep track of when you're potentially going a hybrid combat Spice and Slow strategy. 1 troop for 6 swords, not worth it. So the problem is, the 1 troop, I'd either have to go to a city spot or I'd have to go Hardy Warriors if I didn't want to burn my Secret Forces card. And the thing is, I don't really need the Solari. I don't need the 6 Solari because I'm not going for a Sword Master. So normally I think 1 troop for 6 swords is very good, but I wanted to get the water so I could potentially get a 5 spice Great Flat next round. Let's see here. We have an embedded agent here from green. They grab their Sword Master. We will reveal a total of 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 persuasion. And with that, we have a decision to make. We have no Bene Gesserit cards, I don't think. So long reach, although it is very, very good. We also don't have any... actually, we do have one graft card, so we could go for the long reach here. But I think Stilgar is just better for what we're going for. We get a ton of water. We got a lot of combat potential, too. I think there's just a better play. So that is 5. Yeah, we're going to not buy any more cards. I think our deck's getting a little big. So we'll pass. I think there's a strong argument to be made for long reach there, but it's tempting. 6 Solari is 2 Dreadnoughts, though. Good for combat strat. That is true. We are going for more of a hybrid strat. I think the Beast... Someone's got to go down this combat, I'd imagine. But it's not looking... I can't believe Blue's not fighting a little bit harder. It looks like they are going to go in, so that's fair. I just didn't... I would rather save my Secret Forces for a more impactful combat with a victory point on the line. And in theory, Blue could have come over the top with a Hardy Warriors play on us and probably win the combat, even if we do put the 6 swords in. So it's kind of tough. Are they really not putting any troops in? Okay, they are going to play advanced weaponry to get their own Dreadnought. So they have 2 Dreadnoughts now, and they put them both in. So it would have ended up being... We would have most likely ended up getting second place here. Surprisingly, they only put 1 Dreadnought in. Why not 2? I mean, I guess they don't need the Solari that bad, but still, I'm very surprised by that. Red reveals 3 daggers, so they go ahead now. Unless Blue has a lot of daggers from hand, they probably put both of them in. And how much persuasion do they have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 persuasion. So they could grab Lisan al-Gaib, which would give them a spice. And they do. 2 Sardaukar infantries on the board. And they also grab Missionary. Okay, so they're going for their own Benny strategy. Blue says, sorry, can do both, LOL. And they put the second one in. A little bit of a gray area, putting in the second one after someone's revealed their swords. But if red doesn't care, I don't care. We have a Chum delegate play here from green. So they will take Interstellar Shipping as well, showing off why this is such an insane card. And a reveal of 2 specimens, 2 swords, and a dagger. There's no reason not to always put in 2 Dreadnoughts, right? Yeah. There really isn't. I guess if your concern was you don't want to win the combat so you don't have to send one of your Dreadnoughts off, that would be a reason not to. Sometimes that's done before a Conflict 3 is about to start, but in this scenario, just put it in. Because they were poised to win it probably anyway, unless Red revealed this many daggers. So I'd probably just put them both in. Who cares if you lose it for the next combat? It's fine. A reveal of 4 persuasion and 2 specimens for green here. Rose kind of dead now, unfortunately. They have 5 specimens, so they could grab Usurp. I think it's not worth the Usurp. I think just grabbing the... Oh, Blue passed us at some point, too. Damn, they ended up getting the 2 spice from this. I didn't even notice that happening. They got 2 specimens from here, I guess. Okay, they researched... Okay, they researched and they spent their specimens, I guess. Damn, that stinks. We were hoping to get the 2 bonus spice, but what are you going to do? It looks like green's not going to buy anything. I'd be a little bit tempted by Freighter Fleet, but they're not interested. Red?
Pass.
Okay, so red gets 4 Solari for 1 troop, which is great value. And then blue has to send one of his Dreadnoughts off. They'll send it to the Imperial Basin, so if anyone goes there, they will get the 1 spice instead of red. And yeah, they're loaded up on Solari now. Nice combat for them. And a Droll. We are last to go this round, so let's see what we can do. Oh. Ilya B, thanks for becoming a member. I know you were already a member, so thank you for renewing. You've been commenting on some of the members-only videos. Oh, you gifted one membership to Victor. Oh, perfect. Okay. Victor, welcome. I didn't even realize you could gift members. But thank you so much. We have an experimentation here from Blue. And they'll grab Chomarchy. How does that work? Oh, they went interstellar shipping up and down. Okay. Chomarchy is a very solid one. Thanks for the content. Yeah, no, thank you. The support means a lot. And thanks for using one of the emojis as well. They are definitely underutilized, but I especially love the little salute guy. I have enough members to put in a new emote, so that was the guy I put in. So yeah, actually, did they? Okay, yeah, they grabbed Chomarchy. So the Solari combat was even less relevant for Eliza because they have Shuttle Fleet and they have both of their Dreadnoughts, but I'm fine with them sucking up all the Solari. We have an experimentation here from Red. They're just going to go smuggling and collect. Fair enough. And they will grab the Solari. Okay, that is heavily, heavily signaling that they have a victory point in hand. There are a lot of cards now that have, if you have 10 Solari, you get a victory point with the Immortality expansion, so that's probably why they would go for so much. But I mean, I guess they do have a lot of spice already, but I think if you have a lot of spice and a lot of Solari, you want more spice than Solari, usually. They will take the bump with the Emperor track, getting themselves a victory point. Beast is heavily incentivized to get alliances, so they'll probably go forward with the Emperor. Dagger here from Helena. They will grab the Mentat, getting an extra card and an extra action this round. Our turn here. We might as well look at the combat, which is Trade Monopoly. Not a bad one. Gives you a little bit of shipping. Tier 3 combat's coming up, though. In my opinion, crazy that second Dreadnought was allowed. Sorry, catching up. Yeah, I mean, it probably shouldn't have been. Usually, if I'm not in the combat, I'll just let the other person in there. Maybe, I don't know, Red felt a little bit awkward to say no. I probably should have stepped in and said it wasn't allowed, but I didn't end up doing it. I try to be pretty laid back in these things, but doing it after someone showed daggers is probably a little on the cusp. Anyway, we have our Beneath Lilacs Researcher here, so we could go for that now. I think we actually just go for this alliance. We go Hardy Warriors, we get some troops in, we start making use of this restricted ordnance, and we'd actually be able to pull this guy back because we would have the alliance. So I think that's fine. And we refund the water as well. So we can still grab the Great Flat Spice, enabling a Highliner next round on the next combat. So we will save our secret forces. But I do like this play. So we'll go Still Suit Manufacturer on over to Hardy Warriors. So we'll get 2 troops, which we will 100% put in, which is a total of 8 swords, given our restricted ordnance. We get an extra water because of Still Suit Manufacturer, and because we have the alliance, we can return it to our hand. So right back it comes. And you can do, as you can see, you can get some pretty funny plays going where you just keep playing this over and over again. So pretty satisfied I got this. Unfortunately, no other Fremen cards, but not a big deal. We have a Fold Space here from Blue, and we'll see where they decide to go. Considering going High Council, see, I think that's reasonable. They do it. Okay, they grab their Persuasion, so they're pretty set up now. They have everything Solari can buy, and 8 Solari left over, so I'd imagine we'll see some Mentats out of them in the future. We have a Dagger here from the Beast. They'll grab their Swordmaster. I think that makes a lot of sense. They have 10 Solari left over. Maybe they wanted that for the High Council seat in the combination of Sword and Dreadnoughts and Mentats and stuff. We have a planned coupling with a Reconnaissance here. And they will go to Erkeen, so they are going to draw 2 cards. So they do not have their High Council seat, so somewhat unlikely that they get there, but we'll see. They will put all 3 troops in. They do have extra actions on us, so it is possible they end up taking that away from us. I think we go Beneath Lilacs Researcher, combined with Still Suit Manufacturer. Get another water. We could go Research Station, actually. Draw a bunch of cards. Get our first Spiceman's Flow. I think that's a pretty good play. How much Persuasion do we have right now? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Once we return this. So we go with Research Station. We're pretty much like assured to get it. And we could get a bump with it as well, which would be nice. So I do like that play. It would let us get 1 more troop in as well. I do think green probably can beat us on this, but it's not a big deal if we win this combat anyway. Right? Actually, we needed to get our spice. I almost completely forgot about that aspect of this. I really want to get the Great Flat Spice so we can go Highliner next round. We are going to be drawing into our... Well, we have a 50-50 to draw into our Diplomacy. That definitely makes things tougher. Conflict 3 coming up. We kind of do need to win some of these. But if we play our Experimentation and this, we're definitely not going to have enough to get a Spice Move Slow. Interesting spot. But I think we go for the Spice Must Flow, unfortunately. Nobody else has the water needed right now. It's a very greedy play, and someone's probably going to beat us to all that spice, though. Definitely torn. I think I'm going to go for the spice, though. Getting the Tier Fleet Conflict next round with our Secret Force is just too important, I think. So we are going to miss out. We do miss out on a victory point, though. I actually don't think that's worth it. We can grab the spice in the future. I'm going to get... Do I get greedy here? I hate taking too long on these kind of decisions because it is so close. But I think I am going to go for the draw and get the Spice Move Flow. It's guaranteed points. And it puts me towards the end of the track. Yeah, it's just too good. So we are going to go for it. We'll go to Research Station here. We will pay 2 water to draw 2 cards. Okay, we get our Arrakis Liaison. That's not bad. We get an extra water from Stillsuit Manufacturer. We get 2 shipping, 1 from Research Station and 1 from our Beneath Laylax Researcher. So we will go here. We get the auto bump, so we get 1 Solari. So that's enough for a Mentat in the future. Could be relevant. And then do we take the bump or do we take the icon here? I think we take the bump just because we're so far on a lot of these friendships. So we are going to go for the influence bump here. And who do we take it with? I could definitely see us going to Selective Breeding in the future or Secrets. This is probably the spot where we're going to want to go to the least, so we'll just take the bump here and get the victory point out of the way. And because we have the alliance with the Fremen, this comes right back to us. And now we actually get the spice from it, so that's a pretty good outcome overall. And I think we almost definitely have enough. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 persuasion, so we're perfect now. If you have a chance to draw into Experimentation, Selective could have been the play. Spice Move Slow, Benny Point, and potentially 3 Specimen for 4th Beetle Bump. We actually are going to get the a similar outcome to that with this play, but while saving our spice, because we are incentivized to save our spice for our Highliners for one of these tier 3s. I don't think the game's ending anytime soon, so we want to at least line ourselves up to win one of those. We have an Experimentation here on over to the Imperial Basin for 3 spice, so Elisa is also set up for Highliners. We have a Stillsuits play from the Beast, so they are going to most likely deny us all of the Great Flat Spice, which is a little unfortunate, but that was the risk we took by getting our Spice Must Flow, unfortunately. I think this is a very cool card, especially if you can get the Alliance. It's just fun. Did I not take a... Oh, yeah, we're going to reveal for it. Okay. I'm not sure. Okay, so they are going up here to trash a card, and they're going to trash Assassination Mission. Interesting. So that's out. They get even more Solari now. And they played Experimentation so they could take in that extra bump. Makes sense. They went Stillsuits with Contaminator, which is why they were able to move up on the Beneath Laylax track. We have a Signet Ring here from green. They go to Carthag, so they are pretty determined to win this combat, which at this point, I'm fine with. It's not a big deal. So they tie us up with that one. Are they going to get greedy here and try not to put in a troop? They don't. Okay. I'm surprised by that. We reveal here. We get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we do get a Spice Must Flow for our trouble. That'll put us up to 4 points. We also have 2 daggers, which will put us ahead of green for now.
Do you guys mind if I had my Dreadnought?
I don't mind.
When did you play?
Yeah. I went to Imperial Basin. That's what I was intending to do. I just forgot to move the thing out.
Yeah, it's fine. I don't care.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. I'm still gonna be lenient on it. I know I shouldn't, but it's not a tournament game. It's fine. Stillsuit Manufacturer, I do get 2 spice. And then I also get a Specimen. And I will pay to get another bump. So that is another victory point. So 3 more of those, and we get ourselves another 1. So we're up to 5 now. We're actually in first. for now. And we've got a pretty good strat going, so we'll see. We have a reveal of 4 Persuasion for blue. And do you buy anything here? Maybe Spiritual Fervor to get the research bump. The Arrakis Liaisons, okay. They're really thickening up their deck, but here's the thing. I don't think they have any stellar cards, so maybe thickening up their deck isn't as big of a deal. Reveal of 2 Persuasion and a dagger for red here. They don't have any troops into combat, though. Let's see what green reveals here. Oh, they have another action. I forgot they went Mentat. So they are going to play Imperium Ceremony, which is a very, very fun, interesting card. They get to look at the top 2 cards of the entry deck, pick one, and put the other one back on top. So not only do they get to pick between 2 entry cards to get the better one, they're also going to know what entry card the next person has.
I should have bought with my cubes, actually.
Very powerful effect.
What are you gonna buy?
Probably from the tanks.
Yeah, it's fine. Unless green cares. I don't care. So red does pick up from the tanks here for 2 specimens.
I forgot about them. I was carrying
I always forget about them. I wanted to grab Contaminator in the beginning, and I forgot to. It's hard to remember this row when you're playing a lot of Ix.
Yeah, definitely. MO, just there's a lot to remember in general.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of have Persuasion. I'm like, dude, I don't want to buy anything for 2.
Green also grabbed Disposal Facility.
Cubes.
Oh, and they're retreating 3. Okay, so we are going to win this one. I feel bad now, because green should have gotten 2nd place. That's tough. Maybe in the future I'll be a little bit harder on the Dreadnought stuff, but what are you going to do? Blue getting the nice opponents today. Yeah, I know. It's tough. I forget stuff too, though, and it is nice when people like if you were intending to do it kind of thing. I don't know. We're just relaxing here. This isn't a ranked game or anything. But they did buy Disposal Facility, so they got to trash 2 cards there, 1 on the buy and 1 on the reveal. Okay. I think we're in combat now. Blue, pass, okay. Pass, cool. So we are going to take this one down with just 2 troops. Obviously, 8 total combat strength, 10 total combat strength, so we'll take our extra troop, which is nice. So only lost a net of 1, and we get 2 shipping, which could be very relevant here. We'll just put it up manually. And next round. 6 spice on the Great Flat. I'd imagine the Beast is going to beat us there, though. Or if they don't, Helena's going to take it, so. That was the price we paid for our exact play, though. Stilgar comes up, and the combat is Grand Vision. Kind of a poop one, to be honest, but mind if I buy it now? I forgot, LOL.
Yeah, go for it.
I think it's fair. I think we've all done a take back by now, so it's
Yeah, you can do it. They forgot to buy. I can't remember how much persuasion they had, but they will grab Freighter Fleet, and then they will reshuffle. Beast has Highline Spice. Yep. Yeah, a lot of people do. Blue, Beast. I will hopefully have it after this round. Unfortunately, we didn't draw our Signet Ring, which would have given us the 1 spice pretty easily. But maybe we're tempted to go smuggling this round so we can actually collect. We have our Treachery, so we can go in pretty hard here, unless we want to reveal it. How many turns do we think we have left here? Probably a couple. We're actually not that far. This game is not moving very quickly, which is nice for us, personally. We could also consider just going Spice and Slow farming this round, but Beast to go first here. It would be amazing if we were able to get the Great Flat Spice, I will say. But 6 spice for 2 water is just too good of a deal. But here's the diplomacy for the Beast. I'd imagine this would be a Highliner. Ooh, still suits play. Okay, so they're just going to go for their victory points here. Or Hardy Warriors. Okay. I am very surprised that they wouldn't go for the spice there. I mean, they have 7 already, but getting back-to-back Highliners, especially because there's going to be a lot of these Tier 3 combats coming up, I'm intrigued. They're not putting the troops in. What is going on here? Okay. Green is once again going to deny the Great Flat Spice from us, or a big chunk of spice from us, which is kind of gross. But nothing you can do about that. Green is playing a very heads-up game. So where do we want to go here? I do wish we had access to interstellar shipping, I will say. If we go treachery here to full space, that would give us interstellar shipping access. Not that we can even get there. If we treachery to selective breeding, we could trash the Spiceman Slow out of our deck and set ourselves up to get the alliance with the Bene Gesserit as well, and draw 2 cards and possibly get a Spiceman Flow this round. That seems really good. The issue is we have a lot of cards in our deck, and I think it's unlikely we're going to draw into our diplomacy to get another Highlander off in the future. But maybe that doesn't matter. Maybe that doesn't matter. Haga Basin would be a nice play here, because if we go to selective breeding, that'll put us down to 3 spice, and we can collect the 3 back to threaten Highlander. So I'm pretty tempted to just go treachery here. And then collect the spice with my second action. Call it a day. Unfortunately, we don't have any access to Mentat, which would be a great option in this exact scenario, but can't always get what you want. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 exactly with our hand. But I think it is worth going in. And we do get troops into the combat with this as well, which is nice. So I think we go for it. And getting 2 alliances is always nice. So we will play our treachery. We'll go to selective breeding, giving us another victory point and setting us up for an alliance. We get to trash a card. Search. We will get rid of the Spice and Slow. Don't need this gumming up the works. And then we draw 2. There's our Signet Ring. And this gets trashed as well. We get 2 troops, which must be deployed to the combat. No option. Which automatically puts us up to 8. So, pretty nice. And we definitely have enough for a Spiceman Slow now. We could have considered using Secret Forces there, but I kind of want to save this for a victory point combat. This is a nice one. Don't get me wrong, but we can also consider Signet Ring, Smuggling, Collect to get the 6 spice needed for next round. We really don't want to draw now, because if we reshuffle now, there's a 0% chance we draw into our diplomacy. Here's a full space from blue. They are going to go to interstellar shipping. I think they may have gotten pretty much every single one of the interstellar shipping spots this game, which is very, very powerful. I think green may have gotten it once or something like that. We have an experimentation here from red. They will go to the Imperial Basin. Totally fine. Just grab a little more spice for themselves. I do wonder, is no one going to go Highliners? It's an option. I didn't realize that treachery is activated when it trashes itself. Today I learned. Oh, yeah. Yeah, 100%. All of these unload cards, they activate as soon as it's trashed or discarded. So since it trashed itself, you get the 2 troops. You might not also realize this as well, but when you go to selective breeding, you can actually trash this card and use it as the payment for that if you don't want to trash anything else. Same with fold space. You can trash a fold space even though it trashes itself. So little rules clarification to keep in mind. We have a Chum Delegate from green. Okay, so I forgot green has also been going interstellar shipping because they have freaking Chum Delegate. And I'd imagine, are they going to go up and down here? Memo Quarters is in the row, which is nice for a little bump. And they did, I think. Yeah, they went up and down. So they're going to get a bunch of stuff here. I'd imagine just a Memo Quarters. Invasion ships, they don't really need it. They have Chum Delegate. If they want the troops, that'd be the only reason to really go for it. But I think it's reasonable not to do that. Sonic Snoopers is also pretty nice. They have a ton of intrigue cards, and being able to cycle those out, it's just good. And they will grab Memo Quarters. So let me just show that real quick. They get a bump immediately, and if they end with 3 influence or more on all the tracks, they get an extra victory point, which can be very big. And it looks like they're going to go for this alliance. The card is way better that way. Oh, 100%. Chum Delegate should be a 3 to 4 persuasion card. It's way too good for 1. Oh, I completely agree. Yeah, this card is busted. As far as persuasion costs for the effect you get, this card is insane. And I think this is a pretty commonly cited card as being a little too strong, given how strong the interstellar shipping is. So let's count up here. We have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 total persuasion. So we don't care what we're playing here. I'm pretty tempted to just grab the alliance with the Benny now. The only thing is, we get kind of screwed if whoever wins this combat goes to a Fremen spot, because then they can take our alliance. So part of me is like, do I just protect the Fremen alliance here? It's a tough call. Oh, do I get greedy and just go for the Bene Gesserit play? Getting the extra intrigue card would be nice. Well, let's just do it because we're definitely doing this. We're going to play our Signet Ring. We're going to go to smuggling every time here. I don't think any other plays are better. We want to reveal this for the swords. We want to get the specimen. Maybe we can wake our way up on the track. What was I doing here? I put out my thing, and I can't remember where I put it out. Oh, okay, smuggling. Yep. So we will just collect here. We will grab our 2 spice. We get 1 from our Signet Ring, so that puts us up to Highliner range. We will take our 2 troops, and then the bump. How greedy do we get here? If blue or red go to still suits and win the combat, they take our alliance. And I think they would be pretty incentivized to do that. So I think I have to protect here. It feels so bad to do it, but I think I have to. And I can grab the Benny alliance whenever. I think I need to protect this, so I am going to. It's dumb because I have so many cards that go to Fremen spots, but I don't know. I'm going to be a little bit lame and do the safe play. Although getting the entry card now would be nice. We have a reconnaissance here from blue. They play Erikine. They put in 2 dreadnoughts and a troop, tying themselves up with us. We've been holding on to our secret forces still. Maybe we should have threw them in. I really thought someone would be going Highliner here, but it looks like nobody is. Okay. What the hell's going on? This isn't a bad combat to win. But there is an Imperial Spy on over to Wealth, so the Beast is going to chase a little bit. And they can trash Imperial Spy to get an entry card, which they are doing now. They also have 19 Solari, which is just a crazy amount of Solari. They must have some Solari-gated entry cards. Because there's just no reason you keep taking this much. I mean, they have a ton of resources in general. 9 spice, too. This is going to be a race for Highlanders next round.
I have too much money.
Yeah, you're loaded.
I'm so mad. I drew 0 green cards.
Oh, yeah, so you can get a High Council?
Or a Dreadnought, or the Mentat.
Yep.
Or literally anything.
That is frustrating. So frustrating. Where were we here? Green to go. So they could consider throwing in some more troops here. I'd be pretty tempted to. We have a Signet Ring, so maybe going to a city spot. We reveal a lot of
I don't
things.
even want to go to Wealth. But the only thing worse than going Wealth is paying 4 spice for 5 more money I don't need.
If you got more Solari, my mind would be blown. I would be so confused. We have a tech negotiation here. So green electing to just grab Sonic Snoopers. They get another intrigue card, 5 intrigues, which is insane. It looks like they are going to trash it right now. So the next tech is Flagship. Super, super relevant. And they are going to cycle out 3 of their intrigue cards. Okay. Wow. So, 4 of them. Okay. So they are getting a lot of new intrigue cards right now, really making the most out of their thing. So I'd imagine being able to cycle through that many, they have to have some endgame cards now. No question about
We
it.
gotta steal some of those.
Oh, and there we go. Speak of the devil, Sleeper must awaken.
Yeah, I guess we do, huh?
So that is a victory point.
Yeah, I didn't notice that.
Ugh. So I'm actually pretty relieved. They are going to reserve power play as well with their Signet Ring ability, which allows them to remove and replace cards from the Imperium row for themselves. And they'll play Charisma now too. So they are officially protected from secret stealing. We will reveal here. We have a specimen, so I'll do that first. 1 specimen. Good matter. We are going to grab a Spiceman's Flow with all of our persuasion. We also have 3 daggers, which will put us up to 11. So Blue's going to have to commit some more troops here if they want to win this one. But, I mean, they have a lot of troops, though, to be fair. And I think that is it. Yeah, I think that's fine. Grand Vision is just worse than the next combat. Yep, 100%. And that's why I didn't really want to commit too much to this. Now I have 3 troops in reserve. I still have Secret Forces. And hopefully I can draw into some of my Fremen cards so I can actually go to Hardy Warriors or something like that. So, and we have a dagger up to flagship immediately. Okay. So they wanted to get ahead of the beast here, even though technically they would have been able to go before the beast next round. But getting the victory point online is huge. And now they have something to do with all of that Solari. They can pay 4 Solari right now. Oh, okay, they're not going to. A reveal of 4 daggers from the beast and a specimen. Or not a specimen, a persuasion. Oh, man. This is a tight game. Anyone's game still. We're actually pulling ahead pretty well right now. Reveal of a shipping and a 1 here. So that's 2, 4. And they had charisma as well. So they do grab the power play. Very powerful card, especially in the late game. We're going to have to remember they have that. They have 8 cards left in their deck, so they might not draw into this before the end of the game, but 8 cards left in their draw pile, rather. Reveal of 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So they do grab a Spiceman's Flow. They go up to 6. They are in second place now, right behind us. Okay, starting with red.
We'll pass.
Green. Ooh, a second wave from green. So they put in 2 troops and they get 2 swords. So they go up to 10 here. I will pass. Blue.
Or pass.
Red, you get the
Pass.
option again. Green. Wow. We won that. Okay. I am so surprised. Oh my god. So we get an entry card. So we'll grab that first. Bindu suspension. Not that good, but it's fine. Where do we want our 2 bumps? I'm very tempted to take the Alliance here, but I'm also kind of tempted to take a Highlander point. If we grab it here, it's a guaranteed Alliance, but I don't think green's the only one with a power play, which in theory they could take it away from us. Do we get greedy here? Yeah, I think I just take the point here. We'll be greedy. I played safe last time. Now I'm playing greedy. So that's 8 points. We have all of our friendships, and we're on the verge of getting another Alliance and a Spiceman's Flow, so... I think everybody good?
Yeah.
Nice for blue not winning this because they get to keep both of their dreadnoughts now. We're really hoping we can draw into our diplomacy here. Diplomacy, please. Oh, we get it. Oh, we got it. Oh, man. That's a Highliner, baby. And it's a double victory point combat. We might be able to win this. Oh, my gosh. Sorry if you already talked about this, but how is the World Series board game training going? It is going, actually. So next I'm working on the Gaia project, which is so complicated. I cannot stress how much there is to this freaking Gaia project game. Oh my god. There's like 16 different factions. They all have like unique strategies and you need to play them based on different like aspects of the board and everything. So I'm very overwhelmed. I've been playing practice games against the bot just so I can learn what all the different factions do. 16 or 14, I can't remember now, but it's going. I've reached out to some people to see if I can find any coaches for the event. If there are any Gaia project experts out there, let me know because I definitely need the help. But I've been watching actually there aren't that many good videos for Gaia project either. So I've been like reading Board Game Geek forums and stuff and doing all that. A planned coupling with a Missionaria here. So they are going to chase us for the Alliance. Maybe I should have went for the Benny. So they get the planned coupling here, and since they're playing Missionaria, they can take a bump somewhere else as well. They will trash Freighter Fleet out of their deck, so they get a shipping. Now, where do they take this extra bump? Are they going to chase? That is the question. They will not. They're just going to go for the point here. I like that. I like that for us personally. And they do get to draw a total of 3 cards with planned coupling. I don't know if they drew that many. They should be at 8 total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. Okay. Don't want anyone to underdraw. So we're going diplomacy here. Every single time to Highlander. Our Benny Playlex Researcher would get us a trash and a specimen. if we coupled it to our diplomacy here. I'm actually pretty tempted to reveal this for the persuasion. So I probably won't end up playing this. So let's start out with the diplomacy. Let's just dive this combat. We win if we win this. So let's just go ham. Do we draw first? Just to see our total options. I don't think. Let's save this because we might want to pass our turn in the future as well. So we're just going to go hard here. We're going to go to Highliner. And we're going to make stuff happen. So we get to put in a total of, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 from that. I'm going to play Secret Forces as well. So I get 2 more troops. And since I went to a combat space, these can go in immediately. So I'm already at 22 combat power with that one action. I have a ton of water now that I need to use, but hopefully that's good enough. And I chased blue a little bit on the Guild Alliance, so that might threaten them a little bit. What's your opinion on Immortality so far? I like it a lot. I think it's a very fresh update, adding a lot of cards because I play a ton of Ix. So, you know, you do end up seeing a lot of the things that can happen, and there's so much crazy crap that can happen with this game. So just being able to see all the new options is kind of fun. But I like it a lot. I think it's very interesting. We'll see how the actual competitive aspect of this game shakes out, because I could definitely see people getting bothered by the fact that you can't like there are some luck elements. This does add a little bit of luck to it in the cards that you can get from the row. Some are a little bit more powerful, but I still think it's a very competitive game nonetheless. And the luck is not the major determining factor in who wins these. We have a training drones pickup here from the Beast and a Dreadnought pickup. So they are eyeing up combat as well. They cannot let me win this combat if they want this game to go on. I think we just continue to dive combat here. We're going to draw a card this next round. We have an experimentation here up to interstellar shipping. So they are going to go up and down. So they'll get their 2 troops. They get another bump. If they had taken the bump with the Benny, they would have gotten the alliance. They do rectify that now, though. And they take the bump with the Benny, challenging us. I actually don't think we care about the Benny right now. We kind of just need to do our own thing. At least for now. How many cards do we have? Or how much persuasion, rather? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 exactly. Let's draw and see what we get. This isn't the one where you get the shuffle, right? Nope. So I will draw. Ooh, that's a miss. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 still. So we have to draw if we're going to do it. Do we think this is the last combat? I actually think oh, gosh. We have a dagger left. So an absolute disaster would be if we went to Carthag and drew a dagger. Drawing this is terrible, obviously. I think we need to get the maximum amount of combat strength in. Ideally, we would win the combat and we would take a Spice and Slow here to combat other people's endgame points. If we went to Research Station with Benny Thlelak's Researcher, that would give us the 2 bumps. And it would give us another Benny Thlelak's icon, but we're so far away anyway, that doesn't matter at all. So we're definitely revealing this. Do we get greedy and go Airkeen? That's the question I'm asking right now. To get the extra troop. If we draw into exactly our dagger, we are very sad. Is it worth the risk? I'm very torn. Or we can go Signet Ring here, just go to Research Station, get 1 more troop in. Yeah, I think I'm going to play it kind of lame and go for the Research Station play here. I think it's just too important to guarantee that we get the Spice with Slow. Although we win. We just straight up win if we get the combat and the Spice with Slow. You know what? I'm risking it. I don't care. I think this is a fine play. We're at 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we just need to draw. Not our dagger. Oh, we get there.
Thanks
it
for
was
the
worth it.
Solari.
I'm going to take back the specimen so I can actually get these last 2 in with that play. You can withdraw your specimens at any time so you can actually get them in on the action. Did I only put in 1 there? No, I'm not sure.
No, you just put in
I put in 2, right?
2. Yeah.
Okay, so I shouldn't. That is strange. I put in 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I put in 2 with secret forces. I had 1 troop left in the garrison, which should have been 2 with Arakeen. Okay, so I actually didn't need to get rid of that specimen then. I don't know why
No,
it
you
looked like
didn't.
I was empty. Okay, so I think we're good. Okay. So we'll see if this is good enough. We just need to win this combat now. We have a Piter Genius Advisor for blue. And they are just going to grab some spice. Put in 2 more troops. Draw a bunch of cards here if they lose a troop, which looks like they're going to put 2 troops in and lose 1. Okay. We are out of action, so we are revealing now. I hate it when I forget to mute and I start commentating. So cringe. I wish the game ended at 12 points instead. I feel like even with starting at 0, the game ends right when the decks get good. Yeah, that is true. But I think I actually do like that it forces you to decide whether or not you're going to go for tempo and try to get points very quickly, or if you're going to go for the longer play and build a really good deck. I think it could go up 1 more victory point maybe in competitive games and stay at like that sweet spot. But I think 12 might be a little too much unless you want to go for a really like late game build thing. We have a Carthag here for Missionaria. So they will get to take a bump anywhere. Epic mode is pretty fun though. I like epic mode. I've actually only played 1 game and I streamed it, but I would be willing to try that again. Guild authorization for red here, so they will get the victory point with the guild. Was there a reason you chose not to go Mentat? Yes, because I did not. I guess I could have. The thing is, I wanted to reveal this. You know what? I could have. I guess I could have just done that. The only thing is I wanted to draw. In this exact scenario, if I had gone Mentat with Signet Ring, and I come back around and Research Station or Arakeen isn't available, and I guess, yeah, those 2, then I can't draw and get more troops in. I don't know. I probably could have, though. It would have allowed you to draw a card and see the other actions. Yeah, that is true. You do run the risk of losing out on the other actions if it's a heavily desirable spot. And usually in the end game, Arakeen goes pretty quickly because people are trying to get up to the Spiceman Slow cutoff, which would be one argument not to delay my turn at all. But I think there's probably an argument made to go Mentat here. And it looks like green is going to take advantage of that Mentat right now with their Super Benny deck, where they get 2 more shipping. So this is going to be the Bene Gesserit Alliance for them. And unfortunately, they won't be able to put many of these cards in, but that is another victory point, putting them up to 7 total. We've really got to hope that blue doesn't have any good intrigue cards. Because I'd imagine they're going to go to Hardy Warriors here. Put in 3 more troops. But before I get on to all that, I get 1 spice for Spiceman's Flow. I probably should have played the Signet Ring to Arakeen instead of playing Arakeen to get another point, to get another spice, but what are you going to do? I have a specimen icon. I have no specimen, no troops left, so I actually can't get that. But I do get the Spiceman's Flow at least. That puts me at the 9. If I win this combat, it's over. So we'll see what people can do. They are kind of forced to take this away from me now. We have a Spice Smugglers, which they can only play to Research Station. So they are going for the Spiceman's Flow here. They are not going to challenge me on the other thing. But they looking like they're going to get 2 bumps. So they will get a victory point there. And an intrigue card, which can be very, very relevant. And this will allow a Spiceman's Flow as well. So maybe this is the way they get the most amount of points in. And here's the thing. They can still win this combat. I'm only 6 ahead of them right now. As terrifying as that is. And they have 3 intrigue cards. Oh, man. This is going to be a tight one. And we have a Signet Ring here from the Beast. Only 1 spot for them left to go, really. Or I guess 2. They could go Smuggling. They can go Haga Basin. You know what? They have a million Solari, so they could also go High Council, I guess. Or Tech Negotiation. Never mind.
Thank you for reminding me about the green spaces.
Oh, yep.
I
Not
was like,
intentionally, but I was like,
the
he has
combat
1
ones are
spot
all-
left to go, and then I'm like, oh, wait, never mind. He has...
yeah, the
100
combat
Solari.
ones are all gone, but it's not looking good for me.
Yeah. The Magic the Gathering, especially EDH player in me,
My
wants to
satellites
play
is
to 12
barely
or just
worth
finish
anything
the
to me,
10th turn every time. Yeah,
unfortunately.
a lot of games actually
Worth
do
a
end up
point.
finishing at 12 with all the engine.
I guess that is true. I mean, it's...
Red has a decision.
Still in 4th. But I'm also like, well, I'm also so close to just getting this normally. I don't want to, but I might have to.
I'm not sure what they're deliberating here.
I'll take the High Council seat, I guess.
Okay, they're going to grab the High Council seat. They'll get the troop in. So they need the game to go another round. And it might if Blue is able to pull this combat out. So they're basically, because let's be honest, they're not going to win this combat. Did you get your troops? Or troop?
No, I did not.
Sometimes I remember things. Looks like Green put down recruitment mission as well. So they are likely to get a Spiceman Slow as well. We really need to win this combat. Obviously, we win the game if we do, but also it's important just because we're kind of out of stuff to do. If the game goes another round and Blue wins this, we're both going to be at 9. And then we don't really have a great way of catching up on points otherwise. We lost out on the alliance because we went for this combat so hard. We have a diplomacy here from Green. I'd imagine this would probably just be a secrets play. Get another entry card. See if you can get some nice victory points at the end. I don't know what the water does. Yeah, I think it's secrets every time. And it locks up the alliance too. So you don't have to worry about me taking it away. Okay, so they have 1 million entry cards. Let's see what Blue reveals here. Hopefully not a lot of daggers. A lot of persuasion, actually, and 1 dagger. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, reinforcements. Oh, yikes. We are... Oh, they're going to... Oh, man. 27, and they get the Spiceman Flow. Blue's going to win this. Oh, man. So close. Oh, brutal. Oh, no. Oh, man. It happens. Well played, Blue. Oh, well played.
Think there's anything good left?
Looks like Red's just going to annihilate the row, see if anything good comes up.
Yeah, shifting allegiances.
Shifting alliances is good, but
I
this
don't
is the
think
last
it's
round.
gonna be played though, but
Yeah, I'm like, how many cards do I have?
Damn,
6
finding
in my deck.
reinforcements there is absolutely brutal.
Far shot, and even then, something like Gunthopter is probably better.
GG, well played. Yep, it happens. Unlucky. I hadn't
We'll
let him
just
get
see.
advantages earlier. That is true. He did end up getting resources from that, but I think it's fine. We try to keep the vibe of the stream pretty relaxed. If people forget to do something, they forget to do something. Green does get a Spiceman's Flow and a Benny Legs icon here. So we're actually going to come in third here. So we went from almost assuredly getting first to getting third, which is not ideal, obviously, but it happens.
Yeah, it doesn't have intrigue, so
Yep.
I'll pass.
I'm gonna
Red.
pass.
Okay.
One more
Sorry,
round.
I was wrong. We
Yeah.
actually come in second because we get all the
Not
spice.
over.
Unless
I'm
Green
doing
has some
that.
end games, which they almost certainly
Oh.
do. We'll
Oh.
see. Well, nice play at the end there, Blue.
Yeah, that draw on the reinforcements was very lucky.
Was that the last one you got?
Yeah, it was on
Oh,
the when I
huge.
pumped up. Yeah, huge. Thankfully, I had the Solari to play it as well.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the perfect amount.
Yeah, it tempoed out perfectly. I'm pretty excited by that. I
Oh,
thought I was
yeah.
gonna have
So
too much,
satisfying.
but it turned out. Yeah, it was very satisfying. So let's see. Does Green? Do you have end games? He has
Yeah,
one.
looks like they have one, the 10 Solari one. Do you have any
Which
end games
one?
there?
I do not, but I do
bummer.
have Tom Murphy, so I do
Oh,
get
yeah.
the tie on when the tiebreaker.
Okay.
Damn, very close game.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, that was very fun.
I was worried I was getting off to a slow start, but we all ended up getting pretty close. So, GG's everybody.
Yeah, GG everyone.
Okay, so that's the game. Blue ended up pulling it out there at the end. Thanks everybody for joining in. We ended up getting third. Green did end up having an endgame point there, so they went up to 10. Blue is at 10 as well, but they had to the victor for some extra spice, which put them over the edge a little bit. But yeah, it was good. We almost got an Earl Memnon win, which would have been pretty sick. But yeah, thanks everybody for joining. Third place with Memnon isn't too bad, to be honest. Yeah, that is true. Got a little bit of love out of our boy. I made a mistake or two here or there, but it's going to happen in the stream games. Thank you everybody for watching. Thank you once again to Ilya for gifting a membership this stream.